There is the coach of this Ecuadorian team, Felix Sanchez, under pressure, that's for sure. Well, Lautaro Martinez has scored 4 of their 5 goals. All their goals have come, by the way, in the second half of games in the competition. And here comes the match ball then for tonight's game. Into the knockouts we go. And by the way, before the final, there is no extra time. If level, we go straight to penalties after 90 minutes until the final. The only game where there can be an extra half an hour. So hold on tight, the knockouts are here in the Copa America. At this stage, no stumbles, no slips, otherwise it is home you go. That's Lisandro Martinez for Argentina here for Romero. This is very much a reversion to their A-team. They made 9 alterations for their last group game, the win over Peru on Saturday. They've had 1 day more rest than Ecuador have. Here is Molina. They will retain the ball here. No team enjoyed more possession in the group stage than Argentina. On average, 66% of the ball across their first 3 games. All wins, all with clean sheets. But all 5 goals have come in the second half of their games here in the US. It's a foul against Sarmiento on Rodrigo de Paul, who scored the first goal. De Paul in the quarter-final with Ecuador in Brazil 3 years ago. Lisandro Martinez. Messi. Now McAllister. Tagliafico. It's Nicolas Gonzalez. Gonzalez didn't quite sit down there for Lautaro Martinez. He's been deadly so far. He's scored 4 goals from 7 shots on target in the competition. Throw taken here by the Sparta Prague fullback in Czechia, Angelo Preciado. Helped them to win the Czech League and Cup double in the most recent season. Chase on here for Enner Valencia. 34 now, Valencia. Now Lisandro Martinez for Argentina again, who will boss the ball in this game, no question. Of the quarter-final teams, Ecuador with the lowest possession stats in the group stage, just 40% possession in their 3 group games. They went through by a single goal on goal difference from Group B, pipping Mexico. Argentina with those 3 clean sheets so far. Since the World Cup, they've kept clean sheets in 14 of their 17 matches. Valencia pressuring the defender Lisandro Martinez. Now it's the Tottenham defender Cristian Romero on the ball for Argentina, who just slow the game here to their tempo, their liking. They want to control this, dictate this, set the game's tone early on. Romero into the feet of Messi. Messi playing today his 37th game in the competition over the years. That is a record he extends tonight. That's Nicolas Gonzalez. Back to Tagliafico. Lisandro Martinez. Now Romero again for the Albiceleste. The world number 1 ranked team. Messi in here for McAllister. Tagliafico for Nicolas Gonzalez. He was caught late. Play goes on here with McAllister. That's De Paul. Ball retention here good by Argentina so far. Ecuador thus far have barely had a kick. Here's McAllister. McAllister for Tagliafico. Just miscontrols the ball. He runs away from the Lyon fullback. Tagliafico. Lionel Scaloni, 2 major titles now. When he came in, he was a controversial choice as head coach. Called unqualified by no less a figure than the late Diego Maradona. Ecuador's first chance here to make a base camp really in the Argentina half. Their coach Felix Sanchez, who was the Qatar coach of the last World Cup, and in that World Cup in the first game lost to Ecuador. In by Preciado here for Enner Valencia, away by Enzo Fernandez for Argentina. Well, the stats of this man, the goalkeeper Emi Martinez, are remarkable for Argentina. An amazing 31 clean sheets in 42 caps for him. Here's Enzo Fernandez, looks there for Lautaro Martinez. There's Sarmiento. Madrid born, London raised. And the CONMEBOL decision to play the tournament here in the US has been, I think, vindicated so far with a good competition. Ecuador could be in here, and they're down to make the first save. Is Emi Martinez. Well, the breakaway led there by Moises Caicedo of Chelsea. And that was, in the first 6 minutes, a chance for Ecuador, the underdogs. Romero. Lisandro Martinez. Again, the game's pace just slowed down here by Argentina. We just ran away there from the miscontrol from Enzo Fernandez, given a word in his ear there by McAllister. Well, here that breakaway, it was Caicedo involved here. The ball clipped into Valencia, and then Caicedo was away, and this is a good save by Emi Martinez, who has now saved all 7 shots on his goal in the competition. De Paul. Martinez helped on now to find Gonzalez. Here is Preciado, who did play all 3 games at the last World Cup for Ecuador. As I say, he's just won the Czechia double with Sparta Prague. Header back from Felix Torres here to goalkeeper Gonzalez. So goalless so far, but the only chance has come for Ecuador in the early moments. That's William Pacho for Hincapié. Alan Franco. Cleared by Pacho. To Sarmiento here, looks for Enner Valencia. Now 34 Valencia, debuted 12 years ago for Ecuador. Here he is. He was sent off in the first game of the competition. The loss to Venezuela. There's an issue here for Moises Caicedo. He's been named player of the match in their last 2 games, Ecuador. The win over Jamaica and Sunday's stalemate with Mexico, when they were very lucky because in the 98th minute they were given a penalty against them, which was then overturned on review by the VAR team. So they got through by a whisker from the group stage, Ecuador. They have lost their last 3 quarter-finals, not least the one to Argentina in Brazil 3 years ago. Never beyond this stage outside of Ecuador. Here is Tagliafico.
كرة ركنية أولى وكرة ركنية لمصلحة المنتخب الإكوادوري في هذه الأثناء. 10 دقائق مرت أيها السيدات والسادة. كرة لعبت سريعة لمصلحة الإكوادور، خطيرة الكرة الرأسية ولكن عادت من جديد. تعود الكرة، هل يسددون من بعيد؟ هل يضربون من بعيد؟ عناصر المنتخب الإكوادوري. الله على التمريرة المثالية على الطرف الأيسر مرة أخرى، ولكن العبور لم يأتي والتغطية الدفاعية تأتي من جديد. تعود الكرة والحكم ماذا يقول؟ يطالب باستمرارية اللعب وخطأ لمصلحة المنتخب الأرجنتيني. جماهير إكوادورية كبيرة هنا تملأ المدرجات في النصف الآخر من الملعب، والجماهير أيضا الأرجنتينية بلون أصفر وبلون مقابل أيضا بالأزرق والأبيض. وهنا تدخل من ماك أليستر على مويسيس كايسيدو، السقوط من مويسيس كايسيدو، وبعد ذلك الكرة التي خرجت ممكن إلى ضربة جانبية، ولكن في الماراكانا تفوق المنتخب الأرجنتيني بهدف لميسي وبمساهمتين على مستوى الصناعات. سجل ميسي ايمن لمصلحه بريسيادو، يعكس الهجم على الطرف الايسر، كل طريق على الطرف الايسر لمصلحه سارمينتو. قطعت الكره من جديد عن طريق نويل مولينا، تعود من جديد لمصلحه المنتخب الاكوادوري. لعبت بشكل ممتاز، المرور على الطرف الايسر عن طريق سارمينتو الله، كره بالكعب عادت عن طريق مولينا يلعب الكره لدي بول، ادواره الدفاعيه وبعد ذلك الخطا او التسلل والذي يستفيد منه المنتخب الارجنتيني. انطلاقات سريعه جدا من هذا الرجل سارمينتو، لعب منتخب الناشئين تحت 17 سنة مع المنتخب الإنجليزي وتحت 18 سنة، ولكن قرر في نهاية المطاف أن يمثل المنتخب الإكوادوري هنا في الكونميبول سارمينتو. بالمناسبة المنتخب الإكوادوري مع المنتخب الفنزويلي، منتخب فنزويلي متميز وكان متصدرا في المجموعة الثانية وفعلا ريمونتادا طبعا في المجموعة الثانية تحت قيادة فرناندو باتيستا، واحد من المدربين الأربعة بالمناسبة لأول مرة في بطولة بالتاريخ. المدربين المتصدرين للمجموعات هم كلهم من بلاد واحدة، هم كلهم من بلاد الفضة، كلهم من الأرجنتين. الكرة في وسط الميدان لمصلحة الأرجنتين، لعبت على الطرف الأيسر، يبحثون عن طريقة ما للمرور مرة أخرى ولكنها عادت لعناصر المنتخب الإكوادوري. تعود على الطرف الأيمن ولكن تخرج لتصبح ضربة جانبية. المنتخب الإكوادوري مع المنتخب الفنزويلي، المنتخبان الوحيدان اللذان لم يحققا لقب الكوبا أمريكا في 47 نسخة ماضية. 8 منتخبات مختلفة فقط من الكونميبول حققا هذا اللقب، لكن باستثناء المنتخب الفنزويلي منتخب الارجنتينو بالإضافة إلى منتخب التريكولور منتخب الإكوادور. تعود الكرة ضربة جانبية لمصلحة المنتخب التصفيات بين الأوروغواي والتي قادها مارسيلو بيلسا والتي قاد فيها المنتخب الأوروغواياني.
There's Paez back here to William Pacho now for Hincapié. Goalkeeper Alexander Dominguez. Torres. Now Gruezo, who plays in the US here with the San Jose Earthquakes, formerly with German clubs Stuttgart and Augsburg. Caicedo, and again here Caicedo for Ecuador, in for Sarmiento. Sarmiento, fine save, and the shot over the bar from Paez. So Ecuador here on the front foot, two chances in the blink of an eye. Emi Martinez to deny Sarmiento, then on the follow-up at 17, Kendry Paez shoots over the top. Ecuador with a terrific spell here, good mood this as well. And Sarmiento well kept out by Emi Martinez, and then Paez fired too high. Ecuador on the front foot. Double chance, both were highly presentable. As so often for Argentina, Emi Martinez says no. But those numbers amazing still. 8 shots on target, 8 saves in the competition. Martinez almost unbeatable for Argentina. You'd say a sluggish start so far by Argentina. Not very much a second half team in the group stage. Not seen much of Messi so far at all, have we? Do wonder how fit he is. He did train as normal yesterday, if you believe the Argentinian press. Here now is Felix Torres towards Enner Valencia. Valencia in, and another chance comes and goes here for Preciado, the fullback, who is well advanced. Ecuador here have had and missed some superb openings in these first 16 minutes. Enner Valencia here was onside, and Preciado, the fullback, who's never scored for his country, over the crossbar. But the warning signs are there for Argentina, who began this game as the big favourites. Of course they are, the world champions. Lautaro Martinez for Argentina. Ball won by Preciado for Ecuador. Away comes Hincapié, but the whistle's gone. Just beyond, was he? He was close, very close. He was onside there on that angle. Lautaro Martinez, the current capo cannoniere in Serie A, 24 goals as top scorer for Inter as they won the title last season. In all competitions, 27. And scoring in this competition, 4 goals from 7 shots on target. Now William Pacho for Ecuador, who themselves have begun this game with a real desire and real intensity. Here's Gruezo for Preciado. Ball given away though, it's Enzo Fernandez. Almost came Messi's way. Now Hincapié. Caicedo, Sarmiento, back on here for Caicedo. Through the gearbox, onto Hincapié. Hincapié's cross, there's Enner Valencia. They do look at the back, Argentina here, rattled by Ecuador's early play. "18 terrific minutes so far for Ecuador. In 14 meetings in the competition, have never beaten Argentina. 10 defeats, 4 draws. Corner short. In by Caicedo here. It's Sarmiento. Away come Argentina. And Molina wants the free kick here. Nahuel Molina, fullback from Atletico Madrid in La Liga. Scored in the World Cup quarter-final versus the Netherlands in Qatar. Lisandro Martinez for Nicolas Tagliafico. Argentina yet to fashion a chance 19 minutes in. Romero. DePaul. Romero now back to Lisandro Martinez. Argentina games normally feature goals. Their last 0-0 was 33 games ago, with a draw with Brazil in San Juan in a World Cup qualifier. Here is Alexis McAllister. McAllister for Nicolas Gonzalez. Enzo Fernandez. Ecuador defending well. Well, certainly in that defensive line there are players who are very strong for Ecuador, the likes of Hincapié and William Pacho. Really good seasoned defenders at a high level now in European football. Here is Romero. McAllister into Lautaro Martinez. Messi's barely touched the ball so far. Nicolas Gonzalez. Preferred over Angel Di Maria again today for Argentina. Here is the winger from Fiorentina, with whom he's lost now successive Europa Conference League finals. This is DePaul. Molina. Tricked in by Messi. It's Nicolas Gonzalez, blocked by Preciado. Enzo Fernandez. Fernandez still. Paez clear for Ecuador. Here's McAllister, his shot blocked. Well, then the challenge on Ener Valencia, who holds the ankle and clearly is hurt. You know, to lose Valencia, the skipper, would be a huge blow so early in the game for Ecuador. Here the challenge by Romero from behind on Ener Valencia. His record is 41 goals in 88, a national goals record for Ecuador. Here that Messi ball in for Nicolas Gonzalez. Ecuador, though, clearly fully committed. The coach under pressure, by the way, Felix Sanchez, in the group stage. Even in the win over Jamaica, there were chants in the stands and on social media calling for his dismissal as coach of Ecuador. Never saw that very underwhelming Qatar campaign for the host nation at the last World Cup. He was a surprise choice given that performance at the World Cup with Qatar when Ecuador appointed him. He did have time as a coach in the Barcelona La Masia Academy, also at the Aspire Academy in Qatar. Ball breaks here for Ecuador. What can they fashion again here? It's play waved on by the referee. Now Enzo Fernandez, and though goes William Pacho for the Ecuadorians, who've got the world champions measure so far on the early evidence. Tagliafico. Lisandro Martinez. Messi. Given away there by Enzo Fernandez. Here straight to Sarmiento for Ecuador. It'll come here to Moises Caicedo as well. Caicedo. Now Alan Franco. Hincapié. Torres. Goalkeeper Dominguez away here. It's Felix Torres for Ecuador. Paez. Little space to work in here for Hincapié. Way beyond Nahuel Molina. It's certainly in these first 24 minutes food for thought for Lionel Scaloni in Argentina. Felix Torres. And that was completely missed by Tagliafico. So Enner Valencia okay after that heavy challenge on him from Romero. Emi Martinez for Argentina. Didn't make his debut till he was almost 29 as their goalkeeper. You can see possession, no great surprise there, being controlled by Argentina. Not too far off their group stage average of 66% possession, which we saw in their first 3 matches. Enzo Fernandez. Header won by Hincapié. Had a spell in Argentina with Talleres in Buenos Aires, Hincapié before the move to Leverkusen. Here's De Paul for Tagliafico. Lisandro Martinez. Enzo Fernandez. Alexis McAllister. All through here, it's come back out to De Paul for Argentina. Now Messi. Anywhere beyond Caicedo. Here's Messi again. Messi for Enzo Fernandez. Now Nicolas Gonzalez. Gonzalez still. In the pass, a little wayward for Argentina. Rodrigo De Paul. It's Lisandro Martinez. De Paul has Molina with him. De Paul couldn't find Messi. Now Paez on the ball for Ecuador. Went back by Argentina. Wide they go now. The cross by Molina. Enzo Fernandez. That is their first chance so far in this first half for Argentina. Enzo Fernandez with it. All came here from this deep cross to find the arriving Chelsea midfielder, but the header doesn't really concern Dominguez too greatly. 4 goals in 25 for Argentina so far for Enzo Fernandez. This is Willian Pacho for Ecuador. Paez. There's Alan Franco. Willian Pacho with the clearance for Ecuador here towards Enner Valencia. And on to Lisandro Martinez. Well, Valencia's gone down again here, not for the first time in this first half. Is at the ankle maybe again. Well, sent off in their first game, which they lost to Venezuela. And Valencia said before this game, this is the biggest of his career. Well, given he's played at 5 Copa America now and 2 World Cups, it's a fairly bold claim to make, but maybe feels at 34 it's his last chance to really attack a major competition. As he comes down here, maybe just jars the ankle he damaged previously. Here again, that Enzo Fernandez header for Argentina. Who found making chances very difficult so far tonight. They do have in the stands the monopoly in terms of the support. It's the home of the Houston Texans of NFL, NRG Stadium. Tagliafico. Lisandro Martinez. Now Alexis McAllister wrestled down by Caicedo. Another heavy challenge here, and McAllister caught by Valencia. Yellow card for Ecuador's captain for the challenge on Alexis McAllister. So red card in the first game, and now a yellow card too for Enner Valencia. And this is why, just late there, wasn't he, on McAllister? Certainly enough to warrant a caution. By the way, single yellows are wiped after these quarterfinals. Here is Lisandro Martinez for Argentina. Half an hour in, it has been for the world champions overall a fairly underwhelming start so far. This is Molina. That's for De Paul. De Paul with a rather bloodied shirt. Yeah, the card confirmed for Enner Valencia. Mix of West Ham and Everton. 8 years ago now he left the Premier League. Playing these days in Brazil with Internacional in Porto Alegre. Enzo Fernandez. Hincapié. Sarmiento. McAllister holding off Hincapié here for Argentina. McAllister. Now Messi. Messi tries to combine there with Nahuel Molina. Frustration so far for Messi in this first half. McAllister now for De Paul again for Argentina. De Paul, McAllister. Nicolas Tagliafico towards Nicolas Gonzalez, but the idea was right. The ball, though, was just too heavy here from Tagliafico. But no points so far in their 3 group games or tonight of Argentina been anywhere near at their top level. As I say, they are so hard to beat. 2 defeats in 60. Since the World Cup, they only lost to Uruguay in a home World Cup qualifier at La Bombonera back in November. Hincapié. It's for Valencia in those steps. Lisandro Martinez for Argentina. Helped on by Sarmiento. Waiting then for the first goal of the knockout stage. This the first quarter-final. Argentina, Ecuador will face the winners of tomorrow's game between the 2 underdogs, Canada and Venezuela. Lisandro Martinez for Christian Romero. Nicolas Gonzalez. And Tagliafico's back pass with Valencia closing down Emi Martinez. De Paul pressured there by Hincapié. Enzo Fernandez on the move here. Enzo Fernandez still, and the shot deflects off William Pacho. Well, there they saw a route to goal. Enzo Fernandez through the middle, but Ecuador closing ranks and the danger was short-lived. A good covering there from initially Preciado and then the block behind off Willian Pacho. Argentina's first corner comes in the game's 35th minute, which maybe tells a story in and of itself. In goes the corner, in swinging here, and off the line was it? Well, the goal, I think, will be given here for Argentina. Lisandro Martinez with the decisive touch. The set piece gave Ecuador major problems, and Lisandro Martinez there to score his first goal for his country. Not a classic goal, but a goal nonetheless. The corner helped on, and you see there the ball way beyond the line before it was scooped away by Dominguez. Lisandro Martinez for Argentina, and the first goal of the quarter-final comes for the defending champions of the Copa America. One of very few real chances made so far by them tonight. Their first half goal of the tournament. Lisandro Martinez and Argentina with the opening goal in the first half of the quarter-final. Another goal then for an El Martinez. This one though not Lautaro but Lisandro. First goal in his 21st cap for Argentina. Messi's corner giving Ecuador real problems. As always, the goals are checked. So away we go, Argentina in front. The goal by Lisandro Martinez, who wins the header here. Gruezo. Now, sometime to pick to score your first goal for your country in a quarter-final of a major competition. And by Molina. This is Pacho, but a free kick's been given here for Argentina. The challenge on Lautaro Martinez. And Capillet, I think, the player who was maybe culpable. Well, 1-0 the score in the team's last two meetings, September in Buenos Aires, when a Messi free kick was the difference. Di Maria's goal at Soldier Field a month ago, and here the 1-0 goal. Lisandro Martinez with a header, and the ball that you see clearly was across the line before it was scooped away by goalkeeper Dominguez. So Argentina lead. So Ecuador's impressive start has come to nothing. This is Tagliafico. Nicolas Gonzalez to light the turbos perhaps. Covered by Torres. Well, Dominguez's touch was heavy. Get us away with it. Dominguez's first Copa America was 2011 in Argentina, the goalkeeper for Ecuador. Tagliafico in, helped on here towards Nicolas Gonzalez, but out of play. And Felix Sanchez will feel the heat as Ecuador coach. Of course, they're the underdogs here, but as I say, in the group stage, the fans were not impressed at all with the way they were playing. Only through by a single goal on goal difference ahead of Mexico. Lisandro Martinez. There by Felix Torres. And the Argentina fans, lots of number 10 shirts, of course, in the Stansted NRG Stadium, hoping to see their team deliver a masterclass to book their place in the semi-finals, which they've done for the last 4 tournaments in Copa America. Winners of the last one in Brazil, in the Maracanã of all places, to win their 15th title. They're tied with Uruguay, who play Brazil in Saturday's late quarter-final. That will be a real heavyweight, mouth-watering game between Bielsa's Uruguay and a misfiring Brazil. To make a case for Argentina, for Uruguay, for Colombia as being the favourites to win the competition. But before the tournament, Messi was asked who he thought would go a long way. He mentioned those teams, but also mentioned Ecuador as a team who could make inroads and attack the trophy. And goes Enzo Fernandez, who just kicked out, though, a touch maybe at his clubmate Caicedo. To half-time, 5 minutes. The lead for Argentina. This is William Pacho. Into Kendry Páez, the pass being chased down here by Nicolas Gonzalez. Pacho robbed by Gonzalez for a moment here for Argentina. It's DePaul. DePaul clipped in here. Enzo Fernandez. Well, in the end, neither cross nor shot there from Fernandez, was it? I think he scuffed it, really. Maybe caught in 2 minds here. Do I shoot? Do I try and find a colleague? But all came here when Pacho was caught on the ball by Nicolas Gonzalez. And Enzo Fernandez here with a great chance, could not do much with it. Tagliafico. Well, the whistle's gone here for an Ecuadorian free kick. Four goals in Ecuador's group stage campaign with an XG of only 3.7. 41 shots in those 4 games, 10 on target. And today too they've had their moments, had their chances in the first half, but they found Emi Martinez in typically defiant mood. Here's Torres. For William Pacho. And Capier's mistake given away. Now Caicedo for Sarmiento. Hincapié, good work here by Hincapié. So a 1-goal game in the quarter-final. Argentina on course as it stands. In here by Molina for Lautaro Martinez. Chase on there for Messi. Enzo Fernandez. Well taken here by Nicolas Gonzalez. Tagliafico. McAllister. DePaul now for Fernandez. Well, DePaul has stayed down here for Argentina. He's maybe caught a fraction late. We'll see how damning the evidence is on the replay here. Challenged by Valencia, who's on a yellow card, don't forget, for Ecuador. Romero is unhappy with something. So DePaul, I think, will be okay to carry on. You will see again now, Valencia on a yellow card comes in with that challenge from behind. It wasn't really, I think, worth another card, but nonetheless he's running a fairly high risk here, Enner Valencia. As I say, was sent off in the first game of the competition against Venezuela. So Argentina's free kick. We are inside the last minute of the first half's regulation time. There'll be, I'm sure, beyond maybe 2 or 3 more to add on in terms of added time. Romero. Lisandro Martinez almost has his pocket picked there by Valencia. Lisandro Martinez. This is Kendry Páez. Páez. Caicedo. Ball turns over here for Nicolas Gonzalez. There will be of added time 2 minutes. We are now inside the first of them here. Gruezo in conversation with Lautaro Martinez. One or two flashpoints now as the game wears on. One or two frustrated figures out there maybe. In Ecuador shirts, certainly. Free kick for Ecuador. They chase the game here, a goal down. Páez here for Caicedo. And there the ball hit straight at McAllister, who felt the full force of that. And the two former cohorts together in the midfield for Brighton in the Premier League. He's showing some concern for his former Seagulls colleague. I think maybe nothing more than winded, of course. Always painful from such close range to get the ball into that area. Well, here the goal. Messi's corner flicked on by McAllister. And there, Lisandro Martinez to apply the crucial touch. His first goal for Argentina and their first half goal in this Copa America. And they are on their way. So McAllister okay to carry on. Moises Caicedo. There's the switch of play here for Sarmiento. Stays in play there with him, and it will be a throw here for Ecuador. Can they fashion one chance here late in the half to maybe go in on level terms? Away come Argentina. Enzo Fernandez for Nicolas Gonzalez. It's a super run here. Nicolas Gonzalez still. Gonzalez for Messi. Messi, Enzo Fernandez. Well, half-time in Houston. Argentina lead the goal. A first for his nation for Lisandro Martinez from a set-piece. Not the best performance so far by the world champions, but they have a lead in the quarter-final here. The score, an unlikely source maybe, Lisandro Martinez. Ecuador have problems in Houston. At the break here, the lead is Argentina's 1-0 after 45 minutes. It has been a performance which has not been Argentina at full pelt, really. I do wonder how fit Messi is. He's not really been a central figure so far, for the most part. Valencia on a yellow card is treading a fairly fine line too for Ecuador. We saw Sarmiento have a chance which forced a terrific early save from Emi Martinez. So at the break here, Argentina have a lead. Messi and co at the moment on course for a semi-final date with either Canada or Venezuela on the 9th of the month. And this man's goal for now is what is going to settle this quarter-final of the Copa America. Half-time score then here at Houston. It is Argentina 1, Ecuador 0. Well, this is a fine setting, NRG Stadium. It hasn't been a game which has really caught light so far tonight. Argentina with that one-goal advantage. This will be a World Cup venue in 2 years' time as well. At the break then, that single goal lead. These are stats from the first half. Argentina have really bossed possession so far, but just one attempt on target each. The one for Argentina, the goal from Lisandro Martinez. And one yellow card so far for Enner Valencia of Ecuador, who is treading a pretty fine line on the evidence so far. Sent off already once in the competition. A near full house in Houston for this first quarter-final of the competition at the 48th Copa America. Argentina with the bulk of the fans inside NRG Stadium tonight. Well, the highlights from the first half of the first quarter-final of Copa America. Argentina, the world and the reigning South American champions, tackling Ecuador, the underdogs here. But Ecuador made maybe the strongest start. Early chance here, 6 minutes in. Hincapié, Enner Valencia, and Moises Caicedo got clear. The shot, though, far too near to Emi Martinez in goal for Argentina. Good move this by Ecuador, who qualified by a single goal difference from the group stage. Martinez still saving every single shot he's faced so far in the competition. Next we saw, again, Caicedo involved here for the chance for Sarmiento. Well kept out again by Martinez. Then Kendry Páez on the follow-up. Could not find the goal for Ecuador. Double chance here, though, in quick succession. Sarmiento first, then Páez. At this stage, the world champions were living somewhat dangerously. But back they came into the match. A cross here by Nahuel Molina for Enzo Fernandez, but the Chelsea midfielder could not control the header and trouble Alexander Dominguez in goal for Ecuador. Then from a corner, McAllister's flick on, and there, Lisandro Martinez, the ball did cross the line. His first goal for his country and the first goal of the knockout stage of this Copa America. Messi's corner, McAllister's flick, and despite the efforts of Dominguez, the header across the line from Lisandro Martinez for 1-0 for the Albiceleste. Half-time then, the score Argentina 1, Ecuador 0.
Copa America debutants Canada face Venezuela in their first quarter-finals appearance. This Saturday, live and exclusive on Premier Sports 1.
20 Scottish Premiership games per season. Coming live this August to Premier Sports.
Here come Ecuador, and Jamaica struggling to get back. And how they've paid for it. That is a magnificent finish from Minda. Surely to win it for Ecuador.
Comes forward for Balogun. Balogun shot is in! Down to 10, but following Balogun doesn't care. A screamer of a goal to give the United States a 1-0 lead. Núñez, it was a matter of time. Darwin Núñez makes it 2 for Uruguay.
Luis Diaz scores for his country for the 13th time. Much like against Paraguay, they're proving very hot to handle indeed here this evening against Costa Rica. Qatar, Rodrigo gives chase. He hasn't given up on it either. Still not giving up on it. It's 3. That's calamitous from Paraguay's point of view. Vinicius Junior, all smiles. He's got 2. Brazil leads 3-0. All wrapped up with a pretty bow that by Paraguay.
Is this his moment? Yes, it is! Oh, that's well struck. What a finish. He has the end product.
The Scottish football season begins this July, with action from the Premier Sports Cup group stages, live and exclusive on Premier Sports.
Copa America debutants Canada face Venezuela in their first quarter-finals appearance. This Saturday, live and exclusive on Premier Sports 1.
Welcome back. Players back out there for the second half. Argentina on time today. First 2 games they were slow out, and as a result, Coach Scaloni was banned for the last game with Peru because his team were tardy. Back out for the restart against both Canada and Chile. Today they're out bang on time, and we are set for the second half here with Argentina a goal up in this, the first quarter-final of the Copa America. And this man's goal the difference. Lisandro Martinez, his first goal in this, his 21st cap. What is left in Ecuador's tank? It will be Ecuador who will get the second half underway as they chase this quarter-final. In the first half they had their chances, didn't they? This man made a couple of very good saves from Caicedo and from Sarmiento. It has not been by any stretch all one way. Ecuador need a big half here to save this. They face a side who've lost only 2 of their last 60 internationals. Just 1 loss since the World Cup in Qatar for Argentina. This their 18th game since that World Cup. They've kept clean sheets in 14 of the 17 before tonight. A clean sheet here, and this man's team go out, and the Albiceleste are into another semi-final. Would be in the Copa America their 5th successive semi-final. Made by Emi Martinez. Falls here into Messi's orbit. Caicedo. Now Sarmiento for Ecuador has Hincapié with him. Here is Hincapié. This is Alan Franco. Hincapié. From the first half, the two teams unchanged. On screen now the two teams. So Ecuador, from their last game, one change. Defensive switch too, bringing in the more aggressive midfielder Gruezo in place of Kevin Rodriguez, a winger. So playing in essence a 4-1-4-1 here tonight. The coach, Felix Sanchez. You see Valencia's yellow card in the first half. He is on a fine line. Pacho, here for Torres. Argentina in their last game made 9 changes for the win over Peru, their last group game. For this game they've very much gone back to their A-team, their first choice selection. With Messi fully fit again to take his place. Here's Hincapié. But Messi's been nowhere near as you'd normally see him in this game, not anywhere near the influence he would normally exert on this kind of match. Well, off the ball, Preciado went down there for Ecuador. Play goes on for now for Argentina. Well, now play does stop. Well, Preciado is absolutely livid here that nothing was given for him. We heard him call out in pain here a little bit before this happened, I think. He'll see it. Blocked off there by Tagliafico. Not the best angle of it. Back with Emi Martinez. Lisandro Martinez, the goal scorer. Tagliafico. Picked up here by Torres for Preciado for Ecuador. Now Hincapié. They do have the quality in this team, Ecuador, that's for sure. Here is Alan Franco. Willian Pacho. Pacho's long ball here towards Preciado, who does get forward well from right wing back. This is Lautaro Martinez, but the whistle's gone against him. Ecuadorian set piece, they restart here and try to go again, but a goal down with a team who never concede. No goals against Argentina in the competition so far. The only team with 3 clean sheets from their first 3 games at this Copa America. Winners will face in the semis in East Rutherford either Canada or Venezuela. Canada, who qualified as runners-up to Argentina in Group A, and Venezuela, the Vino Tinto, the revelations of Group B. It was a bizarre quirk that all 4 groups won by Argentinian coaches. Fernando Batista, the brother of Sergio, leads Venezuela. Sergio, of course, a former Argentina head coach and World Cup winner in '86. He's Hincapié. Back now to Gruezo for Ecuador, who need to find solutions here, need to find a second gear in the second half. Here is Alan Franco. Franco back now to Torres. Caicedo. Again, Moises Caicedo for Ecuador. Into traffic, but escapes with the ball here. Finds Enner Valencia. They come again. Little space to work in now for Sarmiento. It's still Sarmiento here for Ecuador. And then Messi was caught. And that will be a free kick at least here, and maybe a little bit more. Is it Messi who's down? It's maybe not. Well, Messi is on the turf. Yeah, I thought it was. Also down as well here was Romero. But certainly a combative and well-fought quarter-final so far. So much on the line. First knockout game proper, so first sense really of jeopardy in the competition at the quarter-final stage. A night where the game must be settled. And again, a reminder that before the final, games which are level go straight to penalties. No extra time until the final in Miami. Yeah, that coming together between Romero and Moises Caicedo, who in the last game had a spat with his teammate Gruezo on the field at the end of Sunday's draw with Mexico. They were pulled apart by teammate Kevin Rodriguez at one point in that aftermath of the goalless draw which got them here to the quarterfinals. In the years the teams have met in the Copa on 14 occasions. Ecuador never winning, but they came really close 41 years ago in Buenos Aires when they led on 90 minutes with a penalty, but the referee from Bolivia added 12 minutes. And then in the last of those 12, Jorge Burruchaga with a penalty levelled for Argentina. A night where one Ecuadorian journalist said the referee had a watch with no hands. He didn't mean a Casio either. And there is concern here over the injured player. So Argentina lead. They've had those two meetings in the last few months. September, Messi's sumptuous free kick in Buenos Aires, that World Cup qualifier. And then at Soldier Field, Chicago, 25 days ago, Angel Di Maria with the winner in a friendly. A game which Scaloni says has no bearing at all on how this one will unfold tonight. Well, Caicedo back on his feet, which is a good sign for him and for Ecuador and for Chelsea, of course. With the new season looming all too large. Well, a coach under pressure, certainly. Felix Sanchez. Chants on social media of Fuera Sanchez, Fuera in the group stage. Ecuadorian fans do not hold him in the highest regard currently. But the good news is, I think Caicedo is okay to carry on. There's how he was, maybe just had his toe stepped on, I think, there by Romero, perhaps. They want maybe a review here for a potential dangerous piece of play, but I think that is certainly an ambitious appeal from Enner Valencia. So a long break in play, which will equate, of course, to a large chunk of added time when this one hits 90 minutes. Long time off yet. Away by Emi Martinez for Argentina. And a shot on the turn from Lautaro Martinez. 4 goals so far in the competition for him. But here El Toro couldn't get a telling shot away, and again doesn't really ask a question of Alexander Dominguez. That's Torres for Ecuador. The quarter-final in Brazil 3 years ago at half-time was 1-0 to Argentina, a goal by DePaul. And the second half saw Lautaro Martinez and Messi score to earn a 3-0 success in that game in Goiás.
أيها السيدات والمباراة على مستوى الإحصائيات، سجل ديبول الرجل الذي كان بالصورة الماضية مع لاوتارو وليو ميسي، ونحن بانتظار أهداف المهاجمين بعد هدف المدافع لاعب المان يونايتد. الحديث والإشارة إلى ليساندرو مارتينيز لاعب المان يونايتد. أنخيل دي ماريا صرح قبل البطولة كما ذكرنا بأن هذه البطولة هي الأخيرة له بقميص المنتخب الأرجنتيني. بعض المتشائمين صرحوا بأن هذه المباراة تكون الأخيرة لدي ماريا مع المنتخب الأرجنتيني، ولكن حتى هذه اللحظة منتخب أرجنتيني يحافظ على الشباك النظيفة بقيادة الرجل إيميليانو مارتينيز الذي يعمل الكرة الآن. تعود الكرة لمصلحة الأرجنتين، عادة إكوادورية في الجهة المقابلة عن المرتدة، يبحثون عن الانطلاقة، يطمحون ويريدون الانطلاقة من جديد على الطرف الأيسر. صارت لمصلحة الظهير الأيسر هينكابي، التغطية الدفاعية الرائعة جدا من جانب مولينا النشيط جدا، نعم مولينا، والذي سجل وتابع أحد أجمل الصناعات والمساهمات من جانب ليو ميسي في مباراة هولندا هنالك في 9 تقريبا من ديسمبر في عام 2022 في ملعب لوسيا. الكرة على الطرف الايسر لا زالت مستمرة، يلعب الكرة الى الامام، خطيرة الكرة لمصلحة الاكوادور، ولكن هنا التغطية الدفاعية التي تأتي من صاحب الهدف ليساندرو مارتينيز بروح كبيرة وبثقة عالية جدا من صاحب الهدف وبنشوته الهجومية التي تأتي والدفاعية ايضا بعد تسجيله للهدف الاول لمصلحة منتخبه الوطني منتخب الارجنتين لاعب المانشستر يونايتد هنالك مع الشياطين الحمر في ملعب الأولد ترافورد. ضربة ركنية مرة أخرى لمصلحة المنتخب الإكوادوري، يلعب الكرة العرضية خطيرة ولكن بعد ذلك المتابعة نعم وأتت، والحكم ماذا يقول ما هو القرار؟ هل هي ضربة جزاء أم ماذا؟ هل هي ضربة جزاء لمصلحة المنتخب الإكوادوري؟ هل لامست أحد أيادي عناصر المنتخب الأرجنتيني؟ هل هي ضربة جزاء لمصلحة المنتخب الإكوادوري؟ هذه الإعادة نعم ضربة جزاء اصطدمت باليد اليسرى لديبول، اصطدمت باليد اليمنى بعد ذلك لديبول باليسرى أم باليمنى، ولكنه يتحدث أن اليد كانت ثابتة. هل يعود إلى تقنية الفيديو ويتحدث مع ليودان غونزاليس حكم الموجود في غرفة الفار، أم هل يحتسب ضربة جزاء مباشرة لمصلحة المنتخب الإكوادوري؟ الحكم الأوروغواياني يحتسب ضربة جزاء لمصلحة المنتخب الإكوادوري والذي سوف يتنفس الصعداء. استمعوا إلى الجماهير الإكوادورية والتي تنادي وتناشد بهذا الرجل إنر فالنسيا ليسجل هدفه 42 مع المنتخب الإكوادوري ويسجل هدف التعادل لمصلحة الإكوادور. فيليكس سانشيز بتوتر كبير يعلم جيدا أن هدف التعادل ربما يقلب الموازين في هذه المباراة، ربما يقلب المباراة لمصلحته في هذه الأثناء في شوط ثاني مختلف مقدم من جانب عناصر الإكوادور. عناصر المنتخب الأرجنتيني تقع في المحظور نعم في اللقطة الماضية. ضربة جزاء
ولكن بانتظار القرار الأخير، بانتظار القرار الصحيح، وبانتظار الخبر اليقين الآتي هنالك من تكساس، من ولاية تكساس في مدينة هيوستن في ملعب NRG. أيها السيدات والسادة، دي بول يتحدث، الموتور سيتو يتكلم بأن اليد اليمنى واليسرى وأنه كان في مكان الثابت واليد كانت في مكان الثابت، ولكن القرار الأخير أتى من سيد الملعب، من الحكم صاحب 36 سنة الأورجواياني أندريس ماتونتي. إذا أندريس ماتونتي يحتسب ركلة جزاء لمصلحة المنتخب الإكوادوري. إنر فالنسيا صاحب 34 سنة يبحث عن إعطاء الأمل للمنتخب. يعيد الضربة الترجيحية، ماذا يقول وماذا يقرر؟ هذه الكرة الماضية هل خرج؟ ولكن أعتقد أنها مع الضربة. نعم مع الضربة. الأقدام كانت وراء الخط، كانت خلف الخط، ولكن بانتظار القرار الماضي. ما هو القرار؟ أعتقد نعم لا شيء، لا وجود لأي شيء ولا إعادة. نعم جراند تيبو مارتينيز، الله على الجرينتا والروح الكبيرة المقدمة والتي تشعل الأجواء الكبيرة هنا في ملعب المباراة، ملعب NRG. إنر فالنسيا نعم، والذي أهدر الكرة الماضية. هذه الكرة نعم لعب الكرة اليمنى، ولكنها اصطدمت نعم بالقائم الأيمن لحارس مرمى المنتخب الأرجنتيني. وجود ديبو مارتينيز بحد ذاته يصنع التوتر، يصنع الشك، يصنع الخوف عند كل لاعب يريد أن يسدد أمام هذا الرجل الذي فعل عجبا عجاب. الله على الروح والقوة الكبيرة من جانب هذا الرجل نعم في الصورة الماضية، وهذا الرجل بالحسرة الكبيرة. وأيضا فيليكس سانشيز يا إلهي، يقول يا إلهي ماذا أهدرت يا إنر يا فالنسيا، ماذا أهدرت يا أسمراني، ماذا أهدرت يا فالنسيا. كنا على بعد ضربة وحيدة من أن نعدل النتيجة ونعود مرة أخرى ونلعب المباراة ونعود إلى نقطة البداية، ولكن النشوة التي تأتي حاليا عند عناصر المنتخب الأرجنتيني بالثقة الكبيرة الموجودة عند عناصر المنتخب وبقيادة هذا الرجل. استمعوا إلى الصفقات التي تأتي، والتحية الكبيرة لإيميليانو ديبو مارتينيز والذي يلعب بأعصاب الإكوادور الآن. يعلمون جيدا أن إهدار هذه الفرصة ربما يصنع الشك عند عناصر المنتخب الإكوادوري. الكرة تلعب لمصلحة الأرجنتين، تعود من جديد لمصلحة المنتخب.
You just feel here the drama in this quarter-final is beginning to build as the second half wears on. Emi Martinez didn't have to make a save this time. Argentina know they've had a let-off. A mistake by Preciado here. This is Nicolas Gonzalez who wins a corner. And Enner Valencia, so often Ecuador's hero, their all-time record scorer. We're going to see Julian Alvarez on here replacing Lautaro Martinez. So the Interman replaced by the player from England's champions Manchester City. Alvarez scored in the matchday 1 win over Canada. That's his first goal since the World Cup semi-final against Croatia for his country. So Alvarez coming on here. They take off Lautaro Martinez. Corner then here for Argentina. Messi on the set piece. And Messi corner made their goal for Lisandro Martinez in the first half. In by Messi. This one forced away by Sarmiento. Ball sent back in for Argentina. Well, 25 to play at least of this game, and it has been gripping in the second half. That big plot twist, the Ecuador penalty not put away by Enner Valencia. Dominguez here, on to Torres. Oh, the ball lost by Preciado here for Ecuador. Again, that reminder that we do not have extra time in the quarters or semi-finals. If level, we'd go to penalties. McAllister. Romero. There's DePaul for Argentina. You hear their fans in terrific voice. They're chasing 3 successive major tournament wins, aren't they? Copa America and World Cup in the bag for Lionel Scaloni. On the throw here, it's Nahuel Molina. Alvarez coming short. In towards Messi instead. It's won there by Pacho. Romero's pass. Didn't fall for DePaul. It does fall here for Argentina and for Messi. It's Messi still. Ball deflects out here. It's kept alive for a moment there by Tagliafico. Now DePaul. DePaul in. It comes from Messi with a shot. On target. And Dominguez hanging on for Ecuador. Hincapié, now was an elbow there thrown by Hincapié on DePaul. It's gone against the Argentina player. So 1-0 in the two meetings in the last 12 months. Both wins for Argentina by that scoreline. Messi's free kick in Buenos Aires and Di Maria's goal at Soldier Field, Chicago 25 days ago. Well, no joy today for the tournament's 4-goal top scorer, Lautaro Martinez. This is Felix Torres. Torres, who plays with the Corinthians in Brazil. Pacho. Torres. Towards Preciado here. Again, the fullback gets forward so well down that right-hand side for Ecuador. On the throw here. Back to Carlos Gruezo. Kendry Páez. Hincapié. Alan Franco. Hincapié. And across the cover, here came Molina for Argentina. Hincapié stays down. He broke his foot last summer with Ecuador in a friendly with Bolivia. Missed the start of Leverkusen's season in Germany. And he really became a first choice last season in the season's second portion in Hincapié after that broken foot, which really threw him off course in Germany. Did score one really important goal in their title winner, a late winner in Leipzig in January. One of many late goals which Xabi Alonso's team scored in that domestic double. Here, that Messi chance, by the way. Messi's first sight of goal tonight. But Valencia with the penalty, a moment he will maybe never live down. As I say, so this is the biggest game he's ever had in his career. At 34, Enner Valencia, of all the players they'd have backed, he couldn't take the chance. Páez. Well, Páez, who scored a penalty in the group stage, he had the ball tonight initially as well for the penalty kick. Here's Lionel Messi. Messi travelling well. Messi. Now Alvarez. Alvarez for DePaul. Across a deep one. Away by Preciado, ahead there of Enzo Fernandez. To play of the 90, we have 20 minutes. There'll be, I'm sure, beyond that 5, 6, maybe more minutes, given that long stoppage for Caicedo's injury. Alvarez lost the ball. Here is Enner Valencia. Molina for Rodrigo de Paul. Again across to stop him illegally comes Hincapié. Can play centre-back or tonight as a left-back Hincapié. So a free kick for Argentina, who will know they are getting closer and closer to a semi-final. Messi on the set piece. In the centre now, the player just brought on, Julian Alvarez. Beyond him, Romero lurking as well. Messi on the free kick for Argentina. In here by Messi and forced away, back in, and the shot's on again here for Lisandro Martinez, but now the counter led here by Enner Valencia. Faced by Molina. Valencia still here, Valencia's pass on to Paez. Now Caicedo. Dropped in here for Hincapié. Hincapié crossing. Preciado's cross. There's Hincapié. Enner Valencia wouldn't sit down for him. And Argentina survive a major scare. There's Caicedo again for Preciado once more for Ecuador. They do pose a threat, make no mistake about that. Here's Gruezo. Preciado. We're going to see Kevin Rodriguez, one of maybe two changes coming up here for Ecuador. Rodriguez, a winger who did start the last game with Mexico. Preciado here has lost possession but has won a free kick. This is Alan Franco. Carlos Gruezo. We're going to see, I think, also is it Alan Minder coming on as well into midfield. Back here with goalkeeper Dominguez. And here Argentina around the stadium. Just maybe the fans just sensing here that Ecuador have begun to find some kind of rhythm in this second half. They should be level with that missed penalty. Here's William Pacho. Alan Franco. Preciado for Ecuador. And a double change waiting to be made by Ecuador. This is Paez. William Pacho given away. This is Nahuel Molina, won well though by Sarmiento here, away from the challenge to Sarmiento, and still here, does really well, Sarmiento. Moises Caicedo. Alan Franco. Well, Preciado blocked off there by Nicolas Gonzalez, nothing given by the referee. There is now, it's gone against Ecuador, I think, here, and a yellow card has been shown, I think, to Caicedo, is it? And if it is him, if they do go through, he would miss the semi-final. Well, nothing given for the initial challenge on Angelo Preciado. This was it. Nicolas Gonzalez comes across there and just blocks him off, and the arm does come out and catch Preciado. But the yellow card given for dissent, I think, here. And Moises Caicedo, if they do reach the semi-finals, he will not play in it because that is his second caution of the tournament. And he would be an enormous miss. Double change, so as predicted, it is going to be here Kevin Rodriguez of Union Saint-Gilloise, and also the very much admired midfielder Alan Minda, whose goal versus Jamaica was the one which in the end was the one to get them through on goal difference. So Paez and Preciado off, Minda and Rodriguez on. Minda's really caught the eye playing in Belgium with Union Saint-Gilloise. Beg your pardon, with Cercle Brugge. In Belgium, it's Rodriguez who's on the books of Union Saint-Gilloise, where he's signed to really replace Victor Boniface, who moved on to Leverkusen. Will be a free kick for Ecuador again. Argentina have a change. They're going to bring on here Giovanni Lo Celso, who's, as a cameo, been terrific so far in the competition. Here is Alan Minda. Well, Preciado again was caught with a heavy tackle, and the card is going to come here for Nicolas Gonzalez for Argentina. Tackles beginning to come in rather late and thick and fast so far in the game's closing portion. Former Stuttgart winger Gonzalez, as I say, now playing with Fiorentina in Serie A. Well, Lo Celso coming on. He's had 3 goal-creating actions in the competition so far, as for the most part a player coming on in second halves, coming on here. Also, we're going to see Nicolas Otamendi as well to replace the goal scorer Lisandro Martinez. So Enzo Fernandez off, replaced by Lo Celso, and here coming on as well is Otamendi, who scored the winner against Brazil away from home in the World Cup qualifiers back in November. The first ever home loss for Brazil in a men's FIFA World Cup qualifier. That was in the Maracanã as well last November. Caicedo's pass, Rodriguez chasing it. Rodriguez is coming on. His first action there was to certainly pose a problem to Argentina. No rush at all here again from Martinez, who does control the game, doesn't he, well, from the Argentina goal. Lo Celso. You see 2 more changes here for Ecuador. You can see down there, I think, John Yeboah, as well as maybe Angel Mena coming on. Mena, a right winger. Yeboah can play across the entire front line. So Yeboah on the right, number 9 coming on, as well as Mena. Yeboah, who is born in Hamburg in Germany, plays in the Polish league with Raków Częstochowa. Ghanaian father, Ecuadorian mother, German born. And coming on here to try to save the game for Ecuador, with the normal time to play a little over 10 minutes in Houston. Yeboah came through the ranks at Wolfsburg in the Bundesliga. So Emi Martinez restarting here for Argentina. And the flick on. He's going to run through here to goalkeeper Dominguez. So Valencia off, who has, I'm sure, running through his mind all those thoughts, those images of that missed penalty and what that could mean for tonight's result. Here is Hincapié. Alexander Dominguez. Now Nahuel Molina. into traffic. Nkapie. Good turn here by John Yeboah, and Yeboah blocked off. Rodriguez, play call back here. Well, Yeboah with that run, a yellow card to Tagliafico. But Yeboah's first action since coming on there was really direct and aggressive to go at the defence and win a free kick, and a yellow card here for Nicholas Tagliafico for stopping him. Yeboah here just sets off on a mission, really single-minded here to go at the defence and take on defenders. Yellow card, Nicholas Tagliafico as a result. It is a long way from goal for a strike at Emi Martinez here, but certainly placed with intent there by Angel Mena. Also adjacent is Alan Minda. Martinez, who guards those clean sheets with such ferocity. Mena or Minda on this. In the game's last 9 minutes, Mena into the wall. Now it's Alan Franco. Pacho. Or Torres has lost the ball, but play call back. Well, they felt there was maybe a chance to play the advantage here for Argentina, but the referee has called play back because it's Romero who's down injured for them. Still a single goal. And here that free kick from Mena, which hits the wall, which stands firm and does its job. It was the block by Romero, which I think has maybe brought tears to his eyes. The play was called back here and they were away. And this will add more time onto added time. There'll be maybe 7-8 minutes now to bolt on beyond 90. Will they get one more chance here to maybe force penalties, Ecuador? Romero is okay, I think. Maybe his voice is an octave or two high, but back on his feet. Just a one-goal game. Ecuador prepare Jordi Caicedo, another striker to come on soon. Here's Julian Alvarez. Here's Messi. And still Messi. Lo Celso. Now they go wide to Molina. De Paul. And the clock is ticking away here, and Argentina is still with the initiative. But again, a game where they've never really been at their best or their brightest. Enough to grind out the wins in the competition so far without ever really hitting anything like their top gear. On the throw here, Nahuel Molina. Ecuador getting ever more hurried and ever more desperate. Nkapie maybe steals a metre or two, or tries to. This is Minda for Felix Torres, as the clock nears 85 in Houston. Nkapie couldn't find Rodriguez. Another striker waiting in the wings here, Jordi Caicedo. Hit long by De Paul towards Alvarez. This is Lo Celso for Messi, for Lo Celso. Pacho clear. Molina. In goes McAllister. Ecuador stay penned in their own half here. Pacho's clearance out for a throw-in. Argentina edging closer towards the semi-finals. Molina towards Alvarez. He's been quiet since coming on, not seen much of Alvarez for Argentina. Here will come the next attacking change. Caicedo coming on for cap number 17. Plays in next with Atlas in Guadalajara. And they take off a midfield player here, a defensive midfield player in Franco, replacing him with a striker, which says this is almost kitchen sink time for Ecuador. Jordi Caicedo on. They hope to be the player to save this quarter-final. Ina Valencia can now only watch. Hincapié towards Minda, away by De Paul. Now Lo Celso. De Paul for Argentina, given away there to Moises Caicedo very nearly, but it will be a free kick here now. He's on a yellow card, Moises Caicedo. Another one who has to behave and be careful now in the closing moments. Already missing the semi-final should they get there. Argentina with that single goal in the first half from a corner scored by Lisandro Martinez.
انطلاقة سريعة جدا، نعم، عرضية مثالية الموجودة على دفاعات منتخب الأرجنتين. يهدر هذه الركلة وربما الانتظار والترقب الموجود من هؤلاء الجماهير.
نسور أبناء المدرب فيليكس سانشيز، والعرضية يبدو لي بأن العرضية بدون أي تدخل، عرضية يوبو بالفعل في شباك الحارس إيميليانو مارتينيز. ثالث أهداف يوبو بقميص المنتخب الإكوادوري في سادس ظهور لهذا اللاعب. لا وجود للتسلل في الكرة الماضية، لا وجود للتسلل في الكرة الماضية. الكرة عبرت ومرت، وهدف التعادل لمنتخب الإكوادور. النسور تنجح في العبور في النهاية، النسور تنجح في العبور مشاهدينا الكرام، وفرحة ما بعدها فرحة للإكوادور ولفيليكس سانشيز ولإينر فالنسيا بالأخص، الهداف التاريخي الذي أضاع ركلة جزاء على منتخب الإكوادور. وهذا فيليكس سانشيز يعود شابا في الكرة الماضية ويفرح فرحة كبيرة مع منتخب الإكوادور. ماذا هناك؟ فيها شيء، فيها تسلل ربما. هل تداخل أحد لاعبي الإكوادور مع الكرة الماضية؟ عرضية بالفعل من يوبو منتخب الإكوادور في هذه المواجهة. البدلاء يقومون بما لم تقم به الأسماء الأساسية في 90 دقيقة. جاء البدلاء بالخبر اليقين، وجاء أبناء المدرب فيليكس سانشيز بالفرحة للجماهير الإكوادورية الموجودة في ملعب NRG هناك في مدينة هيوستن في ولاية تكساس الأمريكية. ننتظر حكم المباراة قرار ماذا سيكون. الدعوات والأماني وقمصان الإكوادور وقمصان برشلونة وقمصان العشاق الأرجنتينيين والكثير. هل نمر في هذه السهرة الصباحية إلى وقت بدل ضائع أو إلى أشواط إضافية؟ طبعا السؤال تطول الإجابة، الانتظار. يعني أحيانا الفار دائما تقنية الفار لا تؤاخذ بل يؤاخذ مستخدموها. يعني تابعنا في بطولة اليورو سرعة القرارات في العودة للفار، بطولة الأمم الأوروبية سرعة القرارات. ولم يؤثر على كرة يوبو وعلى فرحة فيليكس سانشيز. شوف يعني يواسي إنر فالنسيا في الكرة الماضية، والتعادل في وقت قاتل. عادت الإكوادور، عادت النسور بهدف التعديل، هدف صادم. نجوم الأرجنتين كانت تجر أقدامها. شعرنا بأن منتخب الأرجنتين يريد من الدقائق أن تمر، يريد فقط تأمين النتيجة بدون أي مخاطرة. ولكن متابعة للكرة خطيرة، الإكوادور خطيرة العرضية، ولكن الانتظار وركلة مرمى. أرادت الإكوادور أن تفعل في دقيقتين ما لم تفعل في كامل أوقات المباراة. لحظات أخيرة مثيرة. مولينا يبدو لي غادر أرضية الملعب، وموتيل كان هو البديل. لا أتصور ولا يتصور أحد كيف هو شعور لاعبي الأرجنتين في هذه اللحظات. سكالوني ماذا سيحذر؟ سيجبر للمرور
من الأشواط الإضافية، وأول هدف بالمناسبة يسجل في مرمى الأرجنتين في هذه البطولة. هذا الهدف للإكوادور. ما زال الإكوادوريون تحت وقع هدف التعديل، وهذه الكرة على اليسار خطيرة. كايسيدو 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 كايسيدو، الله! من كايسيدو إلى كايسيدو، من موسيس إلى جوردي، وكادت الإكوادور أن تصنع المعجزة هنا في ملعب NRG. شوف هذه الكرة، ما كانت عرضية كايسيدو، ولكن أكيد كانت رأسية جوردي، والكرة مرت وعبرت إلى ركلة مرمى لمنتخب الإكوادور. ولعتها الإكوادور، شعللتها الإكوادور. منتخب الإكوادور بهذا وقت وضع تاريخية للمنتخب الذي لم يسبق له بالمناسبة أن حقق الانتصار على منتخب الأرجنتين في بطولة كوبا أمريكا. الآن يريد صناعة التاريخ في هذه الليلة وفي هذه المواجهة، والآن تأتي صافرة حكم المباراة مشاهدينا. هل احتسب خطأ للأرجنتين؟ لعبنا 7 دقائق يا حكم، 7 دقائق لربما التوقف ولحظات التوقف والانتظار. إكوادوري وحيدا يغني وسط جماهير الأرجنتينيين صورة معبرة عن العشق والتشجيع والاهتمام من هذا المشجع الإكوادوري. الكرة على اليمين الآن، كرة أخيرة لربما لمسة يد موجودة بقرار حكم المباراة في اللقطة الماضية. صراحة يشكر مدرب المنتخب الإكوادوري يعني على هذه التبديلات وعلى هذه التغييرات. صنع ربيع المنتخب الإكوادوري وأعاد النصور لهذه المواجهة التي تنتهي أشواطها الأصلية بالتعادل الإيجابي هدف لهدف بين منتخبي الإكوادور والأرجنتين. استمتعنا صراحة بهذه المواجهة. سنعود لكم مشاهدينا الكرام مع الأشواط الإضافية في هذه المباراة المثيرة. إلى ذلك الحين استراحة قصيرة، سنعود بعدها، نترككم إلى ذلك الحين.
After Enner Valencia missed a penalty in normal time by Ecuador. After 90 minutes, it ends Argentina 1, Ecuador 1, and now we go into a penalty competition. Chile, after which he retired briefly.
استمعوا ميسي ميسي ميسي. نعم يرددون الركلة الترجيحية الأولى بدعم كبير من هذا الرجل الذي يدخل بثقة كبيرة وفي أعين لا ترى إلا المرمى، لا ترى إلا الشباك بينه وبين دومينيغز. هل يسجل ليو ميسي وينجح بتسجيل الركلة الترجيحية الأولى لمصلحة الأرجنتين، لمصلحة بلاد الفضة، لمصلحة الأسكالونيتا؟ الدعوات من جهة من كبار السن والنساء والشباب والرجال والأطفال من كل جهة في أنحاء الملعب، وهنالك في الأرجنتين في بيونس آيرس ينتظرون، وفي جهة أخرى يعولون ويتمنون ويدعون للحارس دومينيغز بأن يتصدى للركلة الترجيحية الأولى المهمة جدا. ركلة ترجيحية سوف تحدد مصير المنتخب الأرجنتيني في هذه البطولة. ركلة ترجيحية أولى ربما تحدد مصير الأرجنتين في ربع النهائي. ركلة ترجيحية أولى لمصلحة ليونيل ميسي. ليو يستعد، ليو يتقدم، ليو الله ضاعت كرة ميسي، ضاعت كرة ليو ميسي بالبانينكا أهدرها. نعم بالبانينكا أهدرها ليو ميسي، بالبانينكا ليو ميسي كان يريدها بصورة ممتازة جدا بالبانينكا، ولكنها اصطدمت بالقائم العلوي ومرت. يا إلهي يا إلهي، يهدر المنتخب الأرجنتيني أولا وبتحية كبيرة وثقة كبيرة سوف يحصل عليها الآن دومينيغز. كيف سيتعامل بالجهة المقابلة إيميليانو مارتينيز؟ هل ينقذ إيميليانو مارتينيز المنتخب الأرجنتيني بركلة ترجيحية أولى أمام الرجل الذي يتقدم في هذه الأثناء؟ أنخيل مينا لاعب ليون، أنخيل مينا متوسط الميدان صاحب 36 سنة في مواجهة مع ديمو مارتينيز. أنخيل مينا ولا ديبو مارتينيز لمصلحة الإكوادور. أنخيل مينا وديبو، أنخيل مينا وديبو، أنخيل الله، جراندي إيميليانو مارتينيز، جراندي أرجنتينا، جراندي ديبو 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 ديبو. يعولون على الدب، يعولون على الدب، يعولون على ديبو مارتينيز. الله، يعولون على ديبو مارتينيز. هذا الرجل انظر انظر انظر، الله 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 الله. يا ديبو مارتينيز يتنفسون السعداء عن طريق هذا الرجل الذي ممكن يقودهم من جديد إلى طموح أرجنتينية جديدة. ولكن خوليان ألفاريز، ضغط كبير على خوليان ألفاريز، ينظر إلى المرمى متوتر بعض الشيء، ولكن خوليان ألفاريز، خوليان ينظر إلى دومينيغز، خوليان إلى المرمى. الله، جول 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 جول، ينجح. نعم يسجل خوليان ألفاريز الركلة الترجيحية الثانية ناجحة لمصلحة الأرجنتين في مرمى الإكوادور عن طريق دومينيغز. ركلة لمصلحة الأرجنتين في ركلات دراماتيكية أهدر ميسي، سجل خوليان بعد تصدي رائع جدا من جانب إيميليانو المخضرم الكبير مارتينيز. خوليان أونو لمصلحة الأرجنتين، وبانتظار الركلة الترجيحية الثانية مع تحية هذا الرجل ليو ميسي في الركلة الترجيحية الثانية. يعودون على هذا الرجل من جديد. ماذا إن فعلته يا إيميليانو من جديد أمام هذا الرجل؟ آلان ميندا صاحب 21 سنة متوسط الميدان والذي دخل كجناح أيمن في هذه المباراة. آلان ميندا البديل يستعد للتسجيل. آلان ميندا الله، ما هذا الجنون، ما هذا الجنون. جراندي إيميليانو ديبو مارتينيز، جراندي 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 جراندي. يا الله يا الله يا الله يا الله يا الله، من أين أتيتم بهذا الدب؟ من أين أتيتم بهذا الرجل؟ من أين أتيتم بهذا الشبح؟ شبح مارتينيز في كل مكان. مارتينيز بوم، نعم تصدى لها باليد اليسرى. الله 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 الله. ركلة في الوقت الأصلي لم يستطيعوا برعب من مارتينيز، وركلتين حتى هذه اللحظة هدف لمصلحة الأرجنتين. ولكن الركلة المهمة التي تأتي، الركلة الثالثة من جانب ماكاليستر، ليفربول ماكاليستر، الريدز ماكاليستر يستعد لهذه الضربة الثالثة لمصلحة الأرجنتين. يبحث عن ثاني الأهداف. ماكاليستر، أليكسيس يتقدم، أليكسيس دومينيغيز، أليكسيس ماكاليستر. جول 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 جول. الأرجنتين تسجل الضربة الثانية عن طريق أليكسيس ماكاليستر، تسجل الهدف الثاني من الركلة الثالثة عن طريق أليكسيس ماكاليستر. شوف الانفعال، شوف الانفعال، شوف الانفعال. الله 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 الله. أهدر ليو ميسي أولا، ولكنهم لم يريدوا أن يحزن ليو ميسي في هذا اليوم، لم يريدوا أن يحزن الأسطورة في هذا اليوم. فعلها إيميليانو. ماذا إن فعلها إيميليانو الآن؟ ماذا إن تصدى لها هذا التاريخي الآن؟ ماذا إن فعلها هذا الرجل الآن؟ متر 95 سنتي، هذا الشبح الكبير. إيميليانو يستعد لهذا الركلة. جول 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 من جانب جون يبوا. تسجل الإكوادور، نعم تنجح الإكوادور أخيرا وتسجل لمصلحة الإكوادور. الله على الدموع، الله على مباراة تاريخية بأجوائها، دراماتيكية بركلاتها. هدف أتى على يسار إيميليانو مارتينيز، اتجه للجهة العكسية، بعد ذلك يبوا وضعها نعم في الزاوية الصعبة وسجل بالقدم اليسرى. سجل جون يبوا الهدف الأول لمصلحة المنتخب الإكوادوري. يتقدم غونزالو مونتيل. هذه الركلة مهمة جدا يا مونتيل رجل الركلة الحاسمة. غونزالو مونتيل رجل الركلة في لوسيل. مونتيل جول 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 جول. لما لا وهو الرجل الكبير الذي يسجل دائما في المواعيد الكبرى، في المواعيد الصعبة. دائما غونزالو حاضر، دائما مونتيل حاضر، يسجل بكل برود بطريقة مثالية. جول، نعم جول، نعم جول. 3-1 لمصلحة الأرجنتين. 4 ركلات ضربتها الأرجنتين، والركلة الرابعة الآن لمصلحة المنتخب الإكوادوري. إن تصدى لها إيميليانو مارتينيز فالمنتخب الأرجنتيني إلى الدور القادم. جوردي كايسيدو لاعب نادي تيغريس، المهاجم صاحب 26 سنة، أمام المخضرم إيميليانو مارتينيز. إيميليانو ولا كايسيدو؟ إيميليانو ولا جوردي كايسيدو؟ ركلة تاريخية لمصلحة الإكوادور، وفي الجهة المقابلة الشبح يقف إيميليانو مارتينيز. جوردي يستعد، جوردي يتقدم. كايسيدو جول جول جول. مستمرون مع هذه المتعة. الله على متعة في هذه المباراة. ويسجل المنتخب الإكوادوري في هذه الأثناء. تسجل الإكوادور، يسجل شعب الإكوادور. الله على هذه المشاعر هنا في المدرجات. هذه الكرة الماضية ربما تعود الإكوادور، لما لا؟ ربما تعود الإكوادور، لما لا؟ وتفعلها كما عادت في الوقت الأصلي. نعم سدد في الجهة، نعم اتجه لها، ولكنها اعتلت إيميليانو مارتينيز الكرة عن طريق الرجل نيكولاس أوتاميندي. ضربة ترجيحية ختامية أخيرة إن سجلها المنتخب الأرجنتيني إلى الدور القادم. الجنرال خذهم إلى الدور القادم يا جنرال، خذهم يا أوتاميندي، خذنا يا أوتاميندي. الله، جراندي أرجنتينا، جراندي أوتاميندي، جراندي الجنرال. الأرجنتين تعبر إلى الدور القادم. المنتخب الأرجنتيني حامل اللقب إلى النصف النهائي. نعم الأرجنتين تعبر من المنتخب الإكوادوري في مباراة دراماتيكية، مباراة قوية جدا، مباراة تاريخية لا تنسى على ليونيل سكالوني. مباراة أرادوا لنا الاستمتاع فيها. ربع نهائي هنالك في لوسيل، تفوقت الأرجنتين في ركلات الترجيح. الأمر يتكرر في هذه المباراة وتنتصر الأرجنتين. ينتصر ليونيل سكالوني، ينتصر ليونيل ميسي. أهدر ميسي ولم يريد عناصر وزملاء ميسي بأن يحزن ميسي. يذهبون إلى أسطورتهم، يذهبون إلى القائد، يذهبون إلى الزعيم ليناشدوه لأن يقودهم إلى الدور القادم. الأرجنتين بلاد الفضة إلى الدور القادم، نعم بقيادة هذا الرجل وبقيادة عناصر الأرجنتين المتميزة بعناصر شابة تاريخية. أيها الأحبة في كل مكان، مباراة تاريخية، مباراة كبيرة جدا. حظا أوفر لكل عشاق الإكوادور، لكل جماهير الإكوادور. منتخب إكوادوري محترم جدا. واستمعوا إلى أجواء الأرجنتين. سوف نترككم بعد لحظات. هذه الإعادة على الكرة الأخيرة. خذنا معك يا أوتاميندي إلى الدور القادم. هكذا ردد عشاق الأرجنتين الكرة الأخيرة من نيكولاس. جول 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 جول. دخل الجنرال كبديل لليساندرو مارتينيز الذي بدأ المشوار وأنهى مشوار الإكوادور. هذا الرجل نيكولاس أوتاميندي جراندي جنرال، بل وجراندي للرجل إيميليانو مارتينيز الذي تواجد كالغول في حراسة المرمى. ومع هذا الرجل يا الله يا الله يا الله يا الله على المشاعر الكبيرة. فامو ثقل كبير كان على كتفي هذا الرجل. وفي الجهة المقابلة الدموع الموجودة. مباراة ممتعة، مباراة بمشاعر كبيرة. هذه هي الكوبا أمريكا أيها السيدات والسادة. مباراة بين الأرجنتين وبين المنتخب الإكوادوري. إيميليانو مارتينيز بروح رياضية عالية جدا، من الخلوق جدا. إيميليانو مارتينيز واحد من أفضل حراس المرمى في العالم، إن لم يكن أفضلهم على مستوى الركلات الترجيحية. يذهب ليحيي دومينيغيز من جهة وجوردي كايسيدو من جهة أخرى. والأرجنتين تنتصر، الأرجنتين تفرح، والفرحة العارمة هنالك والكبيرة في العاصمة بيونس آيرس. 1-1 الوقت الأصلي عن طريق ليساندرو مارتينيز، عدل بعد ذلك رودريغيز. ذهبنا إلى ركلات ترجيحية انتهت ب4-2 لمصلحة المنتخب الأرجنتيني. أيها الأحبة في كل مكان، إن أصبنا فمن الله وإن أخطأنا فمن نفسنا من أنفسنا ومن الشيطان. شكرا لكم على المتابعة، شكرا لكم على الحب والاحترام، تحية لكم أينما كنتم في مختلف أنحاء الوطن العربي. كل الشكر لطاقم الإخراج، كل الشكر لسنتيات وينك، وبالإضافة إلى الطاقم الموجود من تابع ماتش، وبالإضافة إلى عالم ميسي. محدثكم فيصل هندي مستمر إن شاء الله في التغطية باللغة الحصرية باللغة العربية. شكرا لكم على الحب والاحترام، نلقاكم بإذن الله في مواعيد قادمة، والسلام عليكم ورحمة من الله تعالى.
Para luego amar, ¿qué es lo que hacemos ahora? Y después partir. ¿A dónde? A New Jersey, a la semifinal. De principio